for NickBarrett!
Clap those hands. This ain't one of those love or romance. It's a song with its own very sound. So stand tall or sit down. I don't think I can take it no more. The wood is upside down right through to the core. But right now all that matters is this club. So I better hold up just before I blow it up. Yo, 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 yo. Where my fellas at? All the way from the back. Yo, 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 yo.
You haven't seen the last of this guy. A star is born. Thank you, NickBarrett.
Thank you. I love you lot. Thank you.
So yeah, that was me. 20,000 people. Yeah. You could say it was my biggest night ever. It felt like I was on top of the world. An R&B star in the making. At least, that's what it felt like at the time. For me, songwriting is like having a conversation with yourself, but through chords and lyrics. I don't always plan it out. Sometimes, you know, like a melody will just come to me in my head, and I'm just like, da, 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 da. And I'm like, okay, that sounds good. And then I grab the guitar and then I start playing it. And then build around that melody. Or a phrase will keep repeating in my head, and it can build up from there. It comes in a number of ways, really. I think what I'm writing about most is my life, you know, my journey, basically. The ups, the downs, and yeah, everything in between. It's not always easy, though, but when you find that line, that melody, that beat, it just really clicks. It's almost like a jigsaw puzzle. You're putting each piece together until you have this amazing piece of art right in front of you. And that's where the magic really happens. There's always this moment that I call the flow state in the creative process, where you're just completely involved in the moment and nothing else matters. And you're just so in the midst of the creation of something, and you don't care who's in the room, who's listening. You're just in the moment, in the now, and it's just so beautiful. And this also happens to me when I play live as well, when I'm singing. I'm so into the moment that I actually forget that I'm actually at a gig, you know. So this can happen when I play live too. It hasn't always been easy for me being in the business. There's this idea that being an R&B star, you know, like a songwriter or, you know, a live musician, it's all glamour, you know, but it's really not. It's quite a grind if you want me to be truly honest with you. It's a constant grind of, you know, trying to find that next gig and trying to create the most amazing song ever, better than the last one, you know, so that people can really relate to and vibe with. So there's always this pressure of always having to keep climbing up this mountain, you know. But that's part of it. That's part of the journey I chose many years ago. And you know what? I haven't looked back, because that's what I'm here for. That's why I'm here. So I've accepted that there is a lot of work you have to put into it, and a lot of patience. A lot of patience. Sometimes you feel like, you know, when you're at a gig, it's like 2 or 3 people, you know, but you still have to give it your all, like there was 20,000 people watching, you know. It's the same amount of energy. You still have to give it your all. And it humbles you, you know, it really does. Even if no one's listening, you still have to wake up every day and do your passion, regardless of the outcome, regardless of the numbers. And there's a hell of a lot of self-belief that has to come with that, you know, and also a lot of self-doubt. Many musicians can relate to this, you know, it's having to big yourself up, that voice, you know, saying, you can do this, you know, keep going. And then other days you're like, God, why am I doing this? You know, there's just no point to any of this. And I have many of those days. But then there's those moments where it's almost like God is beckoning you to something greater, you know, every day. there'll be these moments where you get a phone call or a message from a venue or a really good opportunity, you know? And it makes you then go, wow, this is exactly what I needed to hear at this moment in time, you know? So I truly believe God doesn't want me to give up. I think He has a mission for me, and I have to honor that and just keep going regardless. When I first moved here, in the first year actually, I met my bass guitarist, Tony, and he's been this bassist who's been like, you know, my mentor, pushing me to get back out there live and staying connected to what I truly love. Sometimes it takes someone else to remind you of why you're here, you know. So I'm truly grateful for him being in my life, and we make a good duo, you know. This new song, Just Another Beat-Up R&B Star, is a little bit of all of that. So it's the highs, it's the doubts, it's the why am I still doing this moments, you know? But mostly it's a reminder that I'm still here, still pushing forward no matter what. Every song, every session, it's all a piece of the journey.